There's a wide variety of detective TV shows to choose from, but the big hits have overshadowed some truly great shows. The genre of detective shows has a couple of titles among the best TV shows of all time, such as Mindhunter and the BBC's Sherlock, and there are many others that continue to be quite popular, as is the case with Criminal Minds. While many great detective TV shows have rightfully earned a lot of praise from critics and general audiences, many other good shows have faded into obscurity. These shows didn't get the success they deserved, not because of their quality but because of a lack of proper marketing, fierce competition, or, simply, it wasn't their time just yet. Psych 2006-2014 Moviestills DB. The main character of Psych is one of those characters who tried to be the next Sherlock Holmes and failed, but the show is quite good as its own thing. Psych is a detective comedy drama created by Stephen Franks, and it follows Sean Spencer, James Rodery, a young crime consultant for the Santa Barbara Police Department. Spencer stands out for his incredible observational skills and photographic memory, which are of great help while investigating crimes. Accompanying him is his intelligent best friend Gus, Dula Hill, forming a very fun pair. Psych is a fun mix of engaging mysteries, witty humor, and the great dynamic between Spencer and Gus, and it's perfect for those looking for some comedy in their detective shows. Almost Human 2013-2014. Almost Human is a sci-fi crime drama TV series created J.H. Wyman. Almost Human takes the audience to the year 2048, where the evolution of science and technology has caused crime rates to rise to unbelievable levels. Because of this, the police force has implemented a new policy where every human officer is paired with a lifelike combat model android. After a traumatizing experience that left him in a coma, with a cybernetic prosthetic leg and huge gaps in his memory, Detective John Kennex, Carl Urban, is recalled to the force and paired with an android named Dorian, Michael Ely. Aside from the action side of Almost Human, its best part is the growth of the relationship between Kennex and Dorian. Ripper Street 2012-2016. Ripper Street is a British mystery drama TV series created by Richard Warlow. Set in 1889 East End of London, 6 months after the Jack the Ripper murders, Ripper Street follows Detective Inspector Edmund Reed, Matthew McFadden, who is haunted by his failure to capture Jack the Ripper. Along with his team, Reed works to maintain order in the area following the Ripper's atrocious crimes. The cases Reed and company investigate sometimes make people think the Ripper has returned, so it's up to them to bring calm and safety back. The atmosphere, characters, and cases are what make Ripper Street a detective show worth checking out. Marcella 2016-2021. Marcella is a British Nordic noir detective TV series created by Hans Rosenfeld and Nicola Larder. Marcella follows Marcella Backland, Anna Friel, a former London detective who returns to work to investigate an open case from 11 years earlier. The serial killer from that case seems to have returned to commit more murders, and Backland is determined to catch them. Marcella leans more toward psychological drama, with a compelling lead character, engaging murder mysteries, and lots of drama with Backland's personal struggles. Marcella explores the title character's trauma and inner demons, parallel to the mysteries that come with dark twists. Grimm 2011-2017. Grimm is a fantasy police procedural drama series based on the brothers Grimm's fairy tales. Grimm introduces homicide detective Nicholas Burkhardt, David Giantoli, who finds out he's a Grimm, the latest in a line of guardians whose mission is to keep the balance between humans and mythological creatures. This touch of fantasy is what makes Grimm unique among detective shows, along with its inspiration from classic, but dark, fairy tales. Grimm gives an engaging twist to the genre, but without leaving aside humor, character development, and entertaining stories. The Sinner 2017-2021. The Sinner is a police procedural anthology TV series based on Petra Hamsfar's 1999 novel of the same name. Each season covers a new story, with the first one following Detective Harry Ambrose, Bill Pullman, investigating why a woman named Cora stabbed a man to death. Season 2 followed Ambrose as he returned to his hometown, where a young boy had confessed to poisoning a couple. Season 3 saw Ambrose investigating a fatal car accident, and in Season 4, a now-retired Ambrose is recruited to help in an investigation involving the daughter of a prominent family. The Sinner is unpredictable, engaging, and has great performances. Criminal 2019-2020. Criminal is a police procedural anthology TV series streaming on Netflix. Each episode covers a different case, and it takes the audience into the interrogation room as a team of police investigators tries to get to the truth. Criminal has 4 series, France, Germany, Spain, and UK, with the latter being the only one with 2 seasons. Criminal is suspenseful and engaging, as the audience follows the interrogations quite closely, learning about the suspects and their involvement in the cases at the same time as the characters. Criminal is a perfect replacement for Mindhunter, though with fictional stories. Wallander 2008-2016. Henning Mankell's character Kurt Wallander has gotten different adaptations, and for this list, I'm going with the British version, starring Kenneth Branagh. Wallander is a police detective inspector in the small town of Ystad, Sweden, but in addition to the weight of the cases he investigates is the weight of his personal problems. More often than not, Wallander is more a drama show than a detective one, but seeing the title character being vulnerable makes the show stand out among the best of the genre. What further elevates this show is Branagh's performance, which, unfortunately, is one of his most underrated ones. Luther 2010-2019 credit, Moviestills DB. One of the best and most underrated detective TV shows of all time is Luther, created by Neil Cross. Luther centers on Detective Chief Inspector John Luther, Idris Elba, who, after a confrontation gone wrong with a serial killer leaves the latter in a coma, suffers a nervous breakdown. Some time later, Luther returns to work. His first case is a double homicide, with the victim's daughter, Alice Morgan, Ruth Wilson, being the main suspect. What follows are Luther's efforts to solve this and other cases, while Alice shows that she's actually a brilliant but dangerous mind. Luther is darker than most detective shows, and its title character tends to use unorthodox methods in his investigations. Luther can also be impulsive and aggressive, which more often than not gets him into trouble. Pushing Daisies 2007-2009. Pushing Daisies is one of those great TV shows that were cancelled too soon, but it's also a painfully underrated detective show. Created by Brian Fuller, Pushing Daisies is a comedy-drama TV series that introduces viewers to Ned Lee Pace, a pie maker with a unique ability. He can bring dead things back with his touch. However, if something is brought back for more than 1 minute, a similar life value in the vicinity dies to regain balance. If Ned touches the revived person or animal again, they die permanently. Ned uses this ability to solve crimes when he partners with private investigator Emerson Codd, Kai McBride.